Alright, just wanted to give you a little short video here. It's April 29th, 2022. We're coming in about 8:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just want to talk to you about the Elon deal. And for what I'm reading in this article, assurances were given, essentially, in the negotiation to secure capital, to secure financing. The banks, the lenders, so to speak, that Elon worked with to raise up the $44 billion. I think $20 billion or so you paid in cash. This is what I've heard. Speculation, of course. But roughly $22 billion would then need to be acquired, elsewhere. Stocks, lenders, so forth, venture capitalists. And banks, of course. But let's see here. This article was actually titled, Elon Musk told banks that agreed to help fund his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter that he could crack down on executive and board pay and develop new ways to monetize tweets, sources say. Now, this is what I really wanted to point out here, is the fact that the board, in my opinion, was sucking every penny out of the company. You have a fiduciary responsibility. You owned no shares hardly, and this is the kind of trickery they were doing. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal left, co-founder Jack Dorsey to the right, even though I don't see that, as also hold board seats. Dorsey said prior to Musk's takeover that he intended to step down in May, and Agrawal is also expected to leave. Both will get massive paydays thanks to their shares. Agrawal with $39 million and Dorsey with $928 million. Now, its total compensation for 2021 was $30.4 million, according to Twitter's proxy, largely in stock awards. So you're getting paid in stock options, basically. So she earned a salary. Let's make sure I'm talking about that person correctly. Yeah. Dorsey is in line to receive $978 million payout after Musk bought the social media network he created. He owns 18,042,428 shares in the firm, equivalent to 2.4% of the company, which Musk will now buy for $54.20 each, netting him close to $1 billion. The current chair of the board, Brett Taylor, is in line to receive a cash payout just over $3 million when the deal goes through. He could also be facing being ousted, of course. Musk made the pitch to lenders as he tried to secure debt for the buyout days after submitting his offer to Twitter on April 14th. These sources told Reuters. Alright. Bid salary would be, the board salary would be $0 if my bid succeeds. Yeah, there's $3 million right there. Now, one of the things is monetizing tweets, similar like a YouTube channel. That's an option. That's one of those things that I think Musk was hinting at. Now, Musk's pitch to the banks constituted his vision rather than firm commitments, the sources said, and the exact cost cut he will pursue once he owns Twitter remain unclear. The plan he outlined to the banks was thin on detail, the sources added. Musk has tweeted about eliminating the salaries of Twitter's board directors, which he said could save about $3 million in 1 year, in savings annually. So Twitter stock based on compensation for the 12 months ending December 21st, 2021 was $630 million, a 33% increase from 2020. Now, I actually own Twitter shares, and the earnings per share were 90 cents, whereas before they were, I think, 3? And that right there shows you that just these people resigning and no longer siphoning every stock option and every single penny in salary is going to make the company far more profitable. And I would buy more shares, but it's really to a point now to where it's at a price I'm not comfortable purchasing any. And once the deal goes through, then there goes that, right? But the earnings per share were 90 cents. And now, the Twitter Premium, the Blue service, now costs $2.99 a month. In another tweet he deleted, Musk said he wanted to reduce Twitter's dependence on advertising for much of its revenue. Musk, whose net worth is pegged by Forbes at $246 billion. Oh my God. He could have bought Twitter several times over. Has indicated it will support the banks in marketing the syndicated debt to investors, and that he may unveil more details of his business plan for Twitter then. And he is right in that sense. I don't really think he's thought it all through, of course. I mean, he hasn't really had time. But also there are aspects you're not going to share with the general public right now, right? So, anyway, I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on what was going on with Musk in this article and let you know exactly how insane the salaries were for these board members. Let's check one more real quick. That Gade, what is it, Gaddy? Gade? How is that pronounced? Somebody help me out. Who earned $17 million could be among the executives to leave when Musk's deal is finalized. Vijaya. Don't say that 2 times fast. Vijaya. Vijita, however that's pronounced. Gad, crying at the news of his takeover. She made $17 million to do what? To do what? What do you do? Please tell me, are you out there writing the code, the source code? What are you doing that's worth $17 million? No, you're siphoning all the wealth out of the company. And you're screwing the average shareholder. That's what you're doing. That's what you do for a living.